just tuning in, thank y'all for all the listeners and the followers that's tuning in. BBPTV, Feel Good Thursdays, each and every Thursday. We here, Two-Step King, DJ Sugar Free.
Big Buddha the boss.
Oh, man, we here. And I would like to welcome the lovely Miss Rochelle Hunter. Thank you for being here today.
Definitely.
We have a lot to talk about.
A lot?
Welcome.
A lot to talk about. Not too much. I don't want to shake you up over there in your seat over there.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Yeah, we got a lot. What you say, Sugar Free? A lot?
It's a lot. We going all the way.
But
We going in.
Nah, we appreciate you, coming here to the BX Live Studios, BBP TV, Feel Good Thursdays. We want to give you your flowers. And we appreciate you coming.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Definitely appreciate you. And with that being said, Rochelle, I would like for you to announce, who you are and a little bit about yourself, just what you do.
Well, my name is Rochelle Hunter Mosley. I'm the owner of Salon 804 for the past 27 years.
Oh, man.
Dope.
I am from Richmond, Virginia, and I originally came to New York to actually model. I wasn't coming here to do no hair.
Right.
I'm a hairdresser by trade.
Really?
So, so I was following a dream when I came to New York City. So I didn't come here to do no hair, really.
Wow.
I wanted to be in show business.
I hear you. You definitely have to look for it.
I know what they say is no business like show business.
That's what I came here for. And then I met someone and told me, Rochelle, it's a great idea for you to own a salon. And I'm like, oh, you think it's a good idea? Okay, I think it's a good idea too. So I've been luckily in this business for over 27 years now.
Wow.
27 years. I can't even believe it that it's been 27 years.
Wow.
Longevity.
Wow. And I must say, you're one of the best. You're one of the best out there.
Thank
Definitely
you.
one of the best. I've been in and out your shop.
In and out.
In and out your shop, doing what I do, putting out the flyers back in those days.
Yeah.
This segment right here is called Shop Talk. And the reason for this segment right here is because shops, salons, barbers, all you guys are very intricate to the city of making people feel good, look good, where the happening news is at. That it's part of the culture of New York City. So again, we thank you for your contribution in what you do. What I like, and I did a little homework on you.
You did homework on me?
Yeah, I did a little homework on you.
I like when people do homework because then we really got stuff to talk about.
Yes, definitely. And one of the things I would like to talk about is one of your products, the R96. R96.
Right. So
let's talk a little bit about R96.
That's my product line, and I produced about maybe 8 years ago. And so the R is, of course, for me. The 96 is for my son because he was born 9696. Chance.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
right.
Chance.
Okay.
He's 25 years old.
Big shout to Chance.
Yes.
Young
That's
Prince.
my road dog. Chance is my road dog. He always think I'm leaving him out, but I'm never leaving him out. So the 96 is for Chance.
Okay.
And when I started the product line, I was trying to figure out how I could incorporate me and my son because at the time I didn't have a daughter.
Okay.
Trying to just incorporate him and just leave a legacy for him, right? So the R96 Nancy foam has been like the #1 selling thing that I've had for the past over 10 years now.
And that's the GG Ma, right?
That's
That's the GG Ma. That's the great grandma.
Yep. How would you even know?
Okay. That's the GG Ma. All right.
Said he did homework.
I see. Well, Nancy was the wife, of course, of a slave, but my family owned the property that King's Dominion sit on.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
And it was stolen from them.
Wow.
Back in
like everything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that when I did my research on my father, I met my father when I was pregnant with my daughter. It's only been 16 years ago that I met my biological father, and that's his family that owned that property on King's Dominion.
Wow.
Yep. And so me doing the research with his family, I came up with all these different names for the product line.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah. That's dope.
Culturally organic.
Yes. Let's give a round of applause. And with that being said, Salon 804, I remember you having another salon, was it like 130 something street, like the first Salon 804?
That was Brenda's daughter.
That was Brenda's daughter.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the reason why we changed from Brenda's daughter because my cousin was here with me.
Okay.
A man.
Okay.
So he said, I don't think I can keep answering this phone, Brenda's daughter. Because
Okay.
they keep asking me, am I Brenda's daughter? And I clearly sound like a man. So he was like, Ro, we got to change this name. Like, it got to be something else.
Okay.
So my cousin Rob was like, Ro, maybe we should just name it like Salon 804.
Okay.
I said, but nobody's going to know what that means. He said, everybody know area codes.
Right.
People use
right.
212, 718, and I wasn't connected with that because I'm from VA, so I don't know.
Right.
I didn't know about the
that,
212 and the 718s and all of that.
Right.
So he was like, Ro, we're just going to be 804, Salon 804. So we just start calling it Salon 804 because that's the area code from Richmond, Virginia.
Correct. Yeah, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, I like that. That's dope. With that being said, oh man, appreciate you. We got some more questions for you. Don't get nervous over there.
I'm not nervous.
Nah, we feeling
I don't
good
get
right
nervous
here.
easy.
All right, say no more. That's
I'm
good.
so transparent now, I don't get nervous either.
That's what's up. God
Yeah.
bless you. Suge, how you feeling, bro?
Hey man. Yeah, that should be sounding cool, yo.
You like the DJ role?
Yes, I do. And my people like it too. They
That's what's up,
here popping and jamming and everything.
Yeah,
I'm like, you need to go get on my live because everybody got their lives on.
me.
You want to really get it popping, you got to get my people on here.
Cheesy.
Road cheesy. It was road cheesy now.
Road cheesy.
Cheesy
You
now.
gotta
Road cheesy.
do a venture.
That's my sister. That's Real Cheesy.
No.
That's the extended sister, road cheesy.
Actually sitting here thinking, I just said I could get used to this. This
Yeah,
is
it's like this is dope. You feel the vibe?
I'm feeling the vibe.
Say no more, cause you know what we gonna do? We gonna come to the shop. Cause
Oh,
we do off location.
oh
We
really?
do off location. Yes, we'll come to the shop and we'll love to do a live broadcast.
Yeah,
When you
that'd be
say give us the green light,
Just give us the word.
and give us the
Yeah,
word,
yeah,
and
that'd
we'll
be
love to
sick.
come. Yeah,
Okay.
we will definitely do that for you. Yeah.
So what do you say, bro?
Yeah. And with that being said, because that's like community work. That's like community work what we do. But you know, you're known for all your community efforts, and I got a list of them right here. So I want to get into some of that, man, because we definitely live in the times right now where we have to be effective in our community and give back and do what we need to do, especially for this youth and for all
it's
the
about
people.
the
Yeah,
youth,
man. Yeah, it's definitely, man. It's serious. So I congratulate you and would like to give you your flowers. You know, that's why you're here. And I see that you do a little mentoring youth girls, young girls. Did the breast cancer brunches, Thanksgiving food giveaways, coat drives and everything. So I appreciate you.
Oh,
and
the
your
list goes
contribution.
on and on.
Yeah, man, she's dope. She's a dope sis. Let's give it up for her, man. Let's give it up for sis, man. Give it up for sis.
It's a mean track back there.
Yeah. So, what's your inspiration? Give me your inspiration and tell me why you feel this is a need. And I want to hear it from you in New York City. Need to hear that live with BBP from Rochelle herself.
Well, honestly, my ex-husband was my inspiration because when I moved to New York City, I didn't know anything about the philanthropy part of what Harlem really needed because I'm not from here.
Gotcha.
So when he got me interested in the giving back, and he's like,
Understood.
"Well, we got to do this and we got to
Right.
do that,"
That's dope.
giving away bikes
Right.
and
Right.
shoes and
Right.
food and
Big
this
shout
and
to
that.
him. Yeah,
So
no
he
doubt.
got me.
That's dope. Yeah, that's
into
dope.
really
That's dope.
what it
That's
really
dope.
means to really give back. I can't take that from him at all.
That's dope.
So that's
dope.
how I got,
Right.
started with the Harlem giving. So
Okay.
I didn't even know that I was, I didn't even understand what I was really doing for the community, right?
Good.
And I just told my girlfriend when we were on our way here, I never even been to this part of the Bronx, right?
Right.
So I told her, I've been in New York for 30 years. I've never had any problems from
God bless you.
Nobody.
Right. God bless you.
Ever.
Right,
I've
right.
always had the guardian angels over me. I was
Right.
never afraid to
Right.
walk around New York City at all. Right. So
Get
when
it.
I came here and I'm doing all of this giving back and I'm doing all this stuff for the community, I didn't realize that, Ro, this community gonna take care of you.
Right.
And that's
right.
exactly
That's dope.
what happened. And I
Right.
wasn't doing it for the community to take care of me. That's not why I was doing it. But it still wasn't really connected to the more I give, the more I get back.
Right. I get it. Right. And
I
that's
wasn't
it.
connected
Right.
to it at all.
Right.
I wasn't.
get it. Right. I get what you're saying.
I
Like
really-
you wasn't rolling the dice expecting a number coming back from it.
Absolutely.
I
Basically,
understand.
I was planting seeds and seeding. I
Right.
wasn't thinking that I was, planting seeds for harvest. And one day, this stuff, all of this is going to come to fruition, right?
Correct.
I wasn't
God,
thinking that because I
Right.
wasn't doing it for that. I was
Right.
doing it because, first of all, I was doing it because my husband told me to do it.
Right.
And
That
then,
part.
Right,
yeah,
that part.
yeah,
Right.
that part, And then once once I really got into it, I was like, okay, so we're gonna do this every year, and then every year it just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right.
So for the past 27 years, that's what we've been doing. Like my son don't know nothing else. That's all he knows.
That's
And my
dope.
daughter doesn't know. This is what we do during the holidays. This is what we do
dope.
for breast cancer and the holidays and whatever back to school. You know, this is just what we do. So every year, my kids are like, "So mom, what's up?
What we got?
What we gonna do?
Cooking?
What day is it?
Right?
When we gonna do this? When we gonna do that?" So they're all really, really connected to that. But I'm happy that I was introduced to, you know, giving back and understand that you may give to people that can't give you nothing.
Right.
Right.
You know,
That's right.
but that
Correct.
doesn't mean you're not supposed to give.
Yeah, that's correct.
You know,
That's
and then the
right.
best time to give is when you're in need yourself.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps that yin yang going on of the right type of energy and putting out the right vibes going on and coming back.
Right.
That's what you need, and that's what we need as a community, because as a community, we don't really think about those things. We don't realize how fortunate we are. We have running water, we have lights, we have all types of things. We have all of these countries outside, third world countries, that don't even have water and don't even have us, and some people here in the inner cities, we don't realize how fortunate we are. So that's great that you can step out of your own zone. Yeah,
'Cause we go
give
crazy
back.
when they
Yeah.
say the water's off for like
for
8 hours.
hours and we
Oh,
bugging
yeah.
out.
Yeah, no hot water or just water.
Yeah.
Period. We go crazy,
Exactly.
and that's crazy for one day. 8 hours, no water.
I want to know when she realized she was bearing fruit from her philanthropy. That's the moment I want to realize.
Good. See, that was dope.
When did I realize it? It took a lot of years. I mean, a lot of years. I can say maybe the past 10 years.
Okay.
I felt blessed, and I start feeling, just these sense of gratitude. Just sense of gratitude for nothing. I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, oh my God, I just feel this sense of gratitude. I'm just so grateful,
Right.
and I have to say it was all about the giving, because I've been talked out of it plenty of times.
Really?
Rochelle, you've been giving for 10 years. You can take off 1 year. Or you've been doing a breast cancer brunch for 20 years. You could just take off this year.
I get it.
You know, and every year, I swear, every year that I've done a breast cancer brunch, I say I'm not doing it no more. Every year, because it's so stressful. But then something happens, something clicks for me in the event.
Yes.
Then
I'm
it's
like,
so fulfilling after.
I can't.
This is why. It's those moments. It's the why.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a fact. See,
And when you find out your why, it's
no turning back.
It's no turning back.
Yeah, I get it.
It's no turn, and nobody can tell you your why.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell you. You're looking and searching, but that why has to come from you. It can't come from any outside source. It has to come from you.
Good for you for the why.
Lady Y.
Yeah.
dope.
Well, I have another one for you, man.
Right.
I found that's very interesting about you. That certified, how you pronounce it?
Trichology.
Trichology.
Certified trichology practitioner.
And explain a little bit about
So
that.
basically, that is the study of hair and scalp disorders.
Okay.
And I've been a hairstylist for 30 years.
Okay.
But I felt like I wanted to give my clients more than just a deep conditioner, or more. I wanted to understand hair from a scientific point of view.
Right.
So I said I wanted to be a dermatologist. So my sister said, "You know how long it's gonna take you to be a doctor? Can we cuss?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. Yes.
Bitch.
Yeah.
You know how long it's gonna take you to be a doctor, bitch?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "I mean, well, because I didn't know. I wasn't
Right.
connected to that either. I'm not
Right.
connected to a whole lot.
And
of
it's
times.
okay. It's okay.
So Shelly was like, "Why don't you look into being a trichologist? Like, look that up." So we started finding like different classes
Right.
that give me trichology classes, but
Okay.
not a degree, not a diploma.
Okay.
So I found this place in Stockbridge, Georgia. It's called the National Institute of Trichology. It's in Stockbridge, Georgia. So, and it was a two-year course.
Okay.
And I said, okay, we're gonna go to Stockbridge. So I thought that I was basically gonna have to pick up and move to go to this college. She said, no, it's like, you come for every 3 months. I had to go for 3 straight days, and it was home, work at home, work online. So I was like, okay, cool, I could do this. Then we get to the syllabus. So the syllabus said, now, I didn't go to a traditional college. I went to a VOTEC. I got my license when I was in high school.
Okay.
So I went to college when I was in my 40s.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, a paper. They wanted me to write 30. It said 30 papers. I said, oh no. I said, ma'am, I called the lady. I said, ma'am, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I said, I can't do it. I know I paid my money, but whatever of my money you're willing to give me back, I'll accept because I can't.
You're official. Bro, you all the way official.
I said, I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Wow, I can dig it. I can dig it.
It's crazy.
But
30 papers?
I talked to one of my girlfriends. She's a professor, and I told her the challenges I was having, and she was like, bro, this is what you're going to do. You're going to read the stuff. You're going to write the paper best you can. I mean, give it your all. And I'll fix the paper to make sure that you have, you know, my spelling, the grammar, everything is right. But I'm not going to do this work. You're going to do this work.
And I'll just,
I'm not going to read a book at all. I'm going to fix what you send me. So if you send me some bullshit, it's going to be some bullshit. And you're still going to get a bad grade. Right. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's what got me through school. Because I was just so intimidated.
Right, yeah, for the task.
By the task.
Yeah.
Now I went to school. I have to tell you this short story.
Sure.
When I went to school, I did not have any expectations at all. I just said that I would do my best. I was like, okay, I never went to college. I always wanted the college field, you know. So I said, I'm gonna come here and I'm just gonna do my best. I didn't have any real expectations for what I was gonna, how I was gonna graduate, when I was gonna graduate, and I was willing to stay as long as I was gonna stay, because I thought my bid was gonna be 4 years, not 2 years, because I already knew, you know, I wasn't that girl. So I wound up graduating salutatorian in my class.
Ain't that some shit?
With no expectations. So I'm there, I'm doing my speech at the graduation, and the professor says, so, you know, Rochelle, what were your expectations of this class, of graduating and getting this diploma? And I said, Miss Connie, I didn't have any. She said, wow. She said, I wonder what your life would be like if you had some.
Wow.
Yeah. And that stuck with me. It hit me. I would never forget it. And from there on, I do everything with intention and expectations. And she said, "What? Wow. Everything."
Wow, that's dope.
Everything.
And what's her name?
Connie Judge.
Big shout out to Connie Judge. Gotta give her a shout out. Gotta give her a shout out.
What's up, Connie?
Yeah,
Connie changed that whole experience at that college. It changed my entire life.
Dope.
She reminds me of Bo Jackson. Roll nose.
Right.
Roll nose.
I like that. That sounds like a show.
Roll nose.
Roll nose.
I like that.
Well, we the network.
Write that down.
We the network.
I'm gonna write that down. I like that.
From the CEO to you, Ro.
That's right.
Wow.
Superwoman. Yeah, I'm down with Ro. Yeah.
Yeah,
and you could do it right here on BX Live Network.
She don't think about nothing. She just goes through walls. Ro, can you pick up that building? Ro just does it. Yeah, no problem, girl. I got it, Ro. Listen, Ro, I'll stop the fire truck. Ro knows.
Ro knows.
I'm telling you, her show is fantastic.
It sounds like a morning joint, too. Ro knows.
Ro knows. Wake up with Ro.
Wake up with Ro. I like it, see. That's dope.
Yeah, I'm already working on her company right now. I want to be a part of Ro Networks.
Hey, Ro, see what you do, your energy.
Sign her now, see? Don't let her leave here without paperwork.
I'm so happy I came because actually the Bronx had me a little.
It's okay.
I was like, because I never, you know, come to the Bronx. Never been to the Bronx. So when he hit me, he was like, "It's in the Bronx." I said, "I don't know." Like,
right.
No, but I'm really happy I came. But I got out of my own way.
Bronx, New York.
Got out of your own way.
So I'm happy
Say that again. What you do?
I got out of my own way.
That's right. Thank you, Ro.
Because this is
you
fantastic.
Thank you for believing in.
I love the energy and
yes,
everything.
thank you so much, Ro. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome to BX Live Studios. We here. And we welcome you and you're part of the family.
Thank you.
Ro knows.
Ro knows. I like, look, everybody's saying Ro knows. Give me some hearts. Do y'all like Ro knows?
What's going on?
Hey,
I like it.
Shug,
This is getting real powerful.
What you got for Ro knows? What you got for Ro knows?
Kitchen, man.
How you do it, CEO? See how I go? How you do it?
Oh, cheesy.
Word up.
Gotta love it.
But, man. Back to the lovely Rochelle, man. Oh, man, we appreciate you coming through, spreading your love and your joy and your energy. There's anything that you would like to share, anything that you want to put out, and that you would like to say, yeah, man, I would love for you to just,
yeah. Always got things I want to put out.
Yes. We would love to hear from you.
So I do have a national commercial coming out January 3rd.
Dope.
For Stylesy, if everybody, stylists that book, stylists, barbers, nail techs, estheticians, they book on Stylesy. This will be their first commercial coming out January 3rd. And also January 3rd, I'm dropping my ebooks. Life After Beauty School. For all of the people in the beauty industry, this is me giving away all my jewels.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Shop talk.
30
Shop talk.
years.
Shop talk is dope, B. It's value 2.
30
Shop talk. B. Let's
years
go. 30 years of
mistakes.
jewels.
Watch
30
out, Martha
years of
Stewart.
mistakes. I'm giving it. There's no need to pay full price. I already paid.
So you giving them the blueprint.
blueprint.
God
Yeah,
bless
nice.
you, sis. God bless you. And that's dope.
I
That's
wrote
dope.
me a manual, step by step,
Step.
booklet. Did you
Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Oh man, that's so dope. Right? Yeah, you, right? See, say it again. See,
Roll nose.
word up, roll nose,
I
man.
love that.
Yeah,
I
that's
can have it?
crazy.
Okay.
I don't hold what? Wait a minute.
You gotta sit down.
Wait a
You heard
minute,
Shook?
Steve.
Yo,
Don't give it away too fast.
See. You heard Shook? Shook said.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Nah, bro, you
man,
can
it's
have that,
beautiful.
yo.
Yeah.
We giving shit away right
Oh,
now.
y'all giving it away. Okay.
Hey, it was born at BX Live. Roll nose.
Nose,
The
man.
next level.
Word
love
up.
it.
That's
I love
dope.
it.
That's so
I love
dope.
it.
That's dope. And that's when you have that creative like vibe going on, man. That's a word up.
Love it.
Yeah,
We
talk
should
to us.
we should probably do a podcast for the ebooks. The whole Life After Beauty School.
Oh,
thing.
we
It's a
definitely,
lot
I'm definitely
of-
gonna bring you back. We definitely
It's a
bring you
lot.
back. Yeah, because this
Yeah.
right here is like Shop Talk is gonna have a couple of more volumes, and,
Okay, cool.
and you definitely have to come back.
Great.
Definitely
yeah.
have to come back. You,
Absolutely.
Curtis Smith, is definitely you can't fit your whole situation in one show.
Yeah, because we got to hear that
do
book.
that. Yeah,
I want to
yeah, we
sneak
have
the
the-
tip of the book
Yes,
and all
and
that.
that's so
man.
dope.
What's the manual
E-books.
with like 10 cracks?
Ebooks, that's dope. What
Yeah.
inspired you to go into that? Go into that whole.
Yeah, just
The-
to give people the
because
jewels like that.
I went through so much, and I did everything through trial and error, and I
Dope.
do not.
Experience is the best teacher.
I'm sorry.
Experience is the best teacher.
Experience is. However, when you can, when the classes are accessible to you, take
Take
them.
them. I
And
get
see,
you. That's
and
right.
that's one
That's
thing
right.
I did not do
I get it.
because I was so intimidated by the reading and I could read, but
And
I
them
wasn't
30
an advocate
pages.
reader.
Lazy. You're lazy.
I was lazy.
Yeah.
I was lazy, so I didn't really start reading until I was 30 years old,
I get it.
and I really started reading. And when I picked up, my sister told me, she said, "Ro, just read what you're interested in." So my first book I read was True to the Game,
Okay.
of course.
Okay. I get
The
it.
first book I read,
Wow.
and then I didn't get into self-help book past maybe five years, and I can't put a book down. I can't
Now you're
not
a
listen
bookworm,
to
huh?
a podcast, an audio book. Oh, absolutely. And once I had that experience, once I learned my first thing, I was just all over the place. I need a book.
Right.
So, and a lot of people are free falling through life and they don't have to.
Right.
Not
Yeah,
now.
exactly. I get
Not
what you're saying.
now.
I get
Not
what you're
now.
saying, 'cause
Not
the
with all the
information
social-
accessible. The information accessible is
Absolutely.
there for you, but it's good to pass these jewels and infuse
That's
the
a
people in
fact,
the community with the knowledge, because what's knowledge without passing it and letting people know that it's out there. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And
Absolutely.
those tools are out there.
That's a
Well,
fact.
big shouts to you, man.
Yeah.
See, what is it? Roll nose.
Roll nose.
Yeah, she could go on like tour and do seminars and all that when the book come out.
Listen, this
I'm feeling
conversation, this conversation is
Word.
totally short, and it's
Nah,
going
I'm
to be
feeling
much
that,
longer.
man.
Yeah.
Right.
Call
That's-
Miran, the pop-up guest. Call me and Silly to the DJ booth,
Yeah,
man.
that's crazy, man.
Miran,
She
man.
gonna be on tour, Buddha.
Yeah, she is, man,
On
and hopefully
stage.
we'll be a part of it. I hope you tag us
Of
in.
course.
Okay.
Of
Yeah,
course.
all right, all
Why
right.
not?
That's what's up.
I'ma be her
Let's figure out
opening-
how we can.
We're gonna sit down and
I'm gonna
get
be her
some
opening
venture shit
DJ
going
and
on.
all that on
Yeah,
stage.
we get some
Give it
venture
up
shit
for
going on.
Roll Nose. Crowd
got
go- I'll be
How you
warming the
gonna do,
crowd.
sir?
Give it up for Roll Nose.
Put
Crowd-
your hand together.
I'm gonna be warming the crowd up. Yeah, that's crazy. She could do seminars.
You know what's a good question?
The
How many
seminars is
things you
crazy,
think
yo.
you got in your own way?
How many what?
How many things you went through that you feel now you realize you got in your own way?
Come
Oh,
on,
everything.
Cuzzo. You know your corner.
Everything.
Everything.
Thank you for being honest.
Everything I got in my own way. Absolutely. Everything.
The pop-up guest is in the
Everything.
building.
It's not just one thing.
No, that mic don't work.
And
You
it's
gotta-
never just one
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It starts with one
Yeah.
thing
Thank
and
you,
it trickles
Shug.
into
Yeah.
every part, every aspect of your life. Relationships with men, relationship with my children, family, friends, work, that I was totally in my own way. Totally
Right.
in my own way.
That's dope, and that's the dope thing about life, because you get to you get to experience these things, and
I think it made her a better woman.
Yeah, make you a better woman. And I call it seasoned. I call women seasoned. You know, very seasoned woman, and it's a pleasure having you here, Rochelle. I really thank you. I'm grateful and humbled that you came through.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, definitely, you're dope.
Yeah, thanks for the honesty.
Thank you. And your honesty. And she's real. She's down to earth. See, and that's another thing I like about you. You know, you're very solid. You're solid.
Super solid.
You're solid. You're very solid. Very solid. And with that being said, I got Cuzzo, the pop-up guest, is in the building.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing?
How you doing, Cuzzo? Word up.
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me this evening.
We got the king and we got the queen in the building.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is my cousin Malik Sealy's brother, Amir Sealy. God bless the dead. My Cuzzo, rest in peace, man. And this is his brother, older brother. Big shouts to the other brothers, Sid and Dez, and big shout to my cousin, female cousin, and sister, Rakiba. Word up, and rest in peace to my uncle Sid, and big shout to my aunt, Aunt. Word up. That's my family first, and I love you, cuz, for coming through and being a pop-up guest and supporting what I do and always being behind me, man. Big shout to you, man. With that being said, Cuzzo, man, how you feeling today, man?
I'm good, man. First and foremost, like I said, thank you guys for having me back, man. I know it's been a minute, since you guys saw me, so just feels good, man. I know, a lot happened in the time frame since, I was here last, and including obviously all the pandemic stuff or whatever. But part of what stemmed from me coming here and having the opportunity to, come in the studio and see what you guys do is I had the opportunity to do a couple of podcasts of my own.
Dope, cuz.
What's been cool about that is, when you get to a certain space in a certain place, you start, trying to share some of the information and some of the experiences that you have in life. And that's what I really look forward to doing is hopefully taking the information and a lot of the experiences that I've had and now trying to share it with the world because we need it right now. With all the panic going on, all of the hardships and all of the, interesting ideologies that are being passed.
Yeah, big shot to you on that, man. Gotta be effective, man. Gotta be effective.
We have to, do a better job now of sharing what it is we've seen and experienced so that hopefully we can help somebody else navigate, some of that landscape. And that's the best thing that we could do at this point is now be supportive and
having empathy, man. Empathy is something. Yeah, empathy is a big thing that I'm big on, man. As people, we have to have empathy for each other, and if we don't and realize that we under attack, you understand what I'm trying to say? And if we don't realize that we under attack, and if we don't fight wisely back by holding each other up and understanding that it's like us against them, and that's real talk. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yes. And it's real talk. I'm gonna give it up straight talk, straight fact style. But feeling good Thursdays, I'm there, I'm going to let you take the mic because you're the pop-up guest and get back into your thing. But you just caught me with that, man, of where we are in the temperament of the world today. Yeah. So it's on you.
Well, again, like I said, the beauty of this, even this setup here, BBPTV, if you guys aren't checking us out, please check it out. We are in a space and in a time now where, thankfully, we can start doing these kinds of things as a collective. We've, allowed or taken our talents to build the NBCs and the ABCs of the world and all these other networks and the ESPNs and so forth and so on. Now we got to start building networks of our own. That's right. And the only way that we could do that is take the time, support one another, build collectively and singularly, and then, bring it all together so that once everything is, said and done, they can't do anything about this. There's always going to be, forces trying to shut things down and or, disrupt things. But you can't really worry about that. It's forces of disrupting all of the bigger things that are going on in the world as well. But I know for a fact that with the information that's being, told to the world or being, dispelled to the world, it has us in fear. It has everybody scared. We got to get beyond that. We've already had 2 years of, almost of being in the house. And I say this, with all uncertainty, and this is no disrespect to anybody no matter what side of the coin you fall on.
That's right.
Whether you were vaccinated or unvaccinated, get back to living your life. If after this is all said and done, unfortunately you pass away, then you wasted 2 years. Time is the one thing that we cannot get back. You can make back money, you can rebuild relationships. You cannot get back time. There is nothing that they've created yet that gives you back time.
And with that being said, COC, would you like to add something on top of that, man?
It's time for the meeting of the minds.
Correct.
Too many minds are in different places wandering to insignificant things. So these conversations are important. They're also
Correct.
therapeutic.
Correct.
In order for us to jive off each other, the ups, downs, the ins and outs.
Correct.
And in the middle somewhere lies the truth for all of us. That's the journey we're on.
I believe that. I think that,
There's a common thread.
we use terminology like woke and things like that. I'm not a big proponent of the way our wording is used, because I think sometimes there's limitations with the way words are used.
That's a fact.
I'm a big proponent of saying, if you find yourself in an energy that allows you to then use that energy, to inspire others and or to help others, then that's what we're supposed to be doing. Our elevation is based off of all of us elevating, like I said, singularly, but also together. And the best way to do that is to bring your signature energy to the world, and then let the world decide how to link up to it and then move from there.
Correct.
And I know that's hard for some of us because, they hit you with all of this stuff. Nobody likes that brand. We're not privy to this or privy to that. That's not true. The more we have been in this space in the last 2 years, you have seen all kind of amazing people cropping up with these beautiful ideas about how to change the world and things that they could do to make the world better. So that shows you that all you needed was some time and space to just think about it, start really putting things in motion.
Correct.
So that you can bring it to fruition.
Correct.
That's really what this is about.
Time to bear fruit.
So, yeah, exactly,
Yeah, man. I just want to.
Eloquently said. Rochelle, would you like to add on to that of how you feel and what's your spill on where we got in today's sentiment?
By me being in the salon all the time, I've been in the salon 30 years, right? And I can see the fear in people. The pandemic has definitely changed me. And honoring time, that you even talking about time. And I realize all the time, I'm not going to say it's wasted time, but I have not used my time wisely. I lost maybe 15, 16 years of my son's life. He's 25 now because I'm in the salon working. Gotcha. And I would have never been able to take off that 3 months that we took off. I was home with my kids, and just me being transparent, I didn't know my kids.
That's real talk. We gotta give you for your transparency and your honesty of where we are in today's real and kicking these real facts, man.
I didn't know them.
Yeah,
I didn't know them. And so what I did was I came up with because I was learning about love language, right?
Yes.
So I asked my kids. I said, "This is maybe we're probably a couple of weeks into it, and we're just moving around the house. We're not used to being together. So we're not." And so I said, let's figure out what each other's love language is, so that we can support each other in that way, and we're not stepping on each other's toes. Because now I got a grown man in my house, and I got a older teenager. She's 14, 15 years old, but she's 16 now. But so I want to figure out how I can support them, and I want them to be able to support me. So we came up with the whole love language, and we put it on refrigerator.
Yes.
And oddly enough, nobody liked private time. Nobody liked private time.
Right.
So I didn't step on no toes. So my daughter was somewhere doing what she was doing. I didn't bother her. She didn't bother me, and I didn't bother my son, because none of us liked it. Not that we didn't like each other, but they just wasn't big on.
It wasn't
Private.
and the young boy words and the young kids were. Yeah, I get it.
And once we knew that, then we understood how to really support each other.
How important is it to be honest with yourself to make those decisions?
It is more important than anything else in the world, is to be honest with yourself.
Clarity.
You have to.
That's right. And if you don't, then all you're doing just fooling yourself.
Clarity is
fooling.
key, man.
Yeah,
and living a
definitely
life of
just tripping yourself.
transparency too.
Yes,
Because I lived
yes.
a very, very long time being embarrassed about so many things that happened to me. And I'm thinking that everybody's looking at me, everybody's judging me, everybody is, it was a lot going on. You know my story.
Correct.
So it was a lot going on in my life, right? So it was a lot for me to be, embarrassed about because it was stuff that I didn't want people to know, but it was public record, you know. So once I got past that, and I said, you know what, I got to get ahead of this thing. So I was my own PR person. So I started getting ahead of everything, and once I started to get ahead of everything that had happened in my life, it really started turning things around for me.
Dope.
And I'm gonna tell you, growing up, grew up people saying therapy is for crazy people. Therapy saved my life.
Really, God bless you.
Yeah,
God
therapy
bless you.
saved my life.
Yeah.
I needed therapy, and I didn't understand how much I needed therapy until I got
what's
therapy.
up.
That's dope.
I'm glad
That's
she
dope.
embraced it like
that's dope.
that, man.
Yeah, you embrace it. Could I just address something
Yeah,
that she just said?
And it's so funny
yeah.
because I was on a live last night to her speaking of love languages, and I said, you know, like she said, she mentioned it in terms of her kids. That is something that we have to do with life. You have to learn whatever your love language is. You have to convey that to your partner, friends, brothers, sisters, cousins, so forth and so on. And I'll tell you why. Because when you don't know the person's love language, it's like speaking two different languages. So you're speaking in Chinese, and this person is speaking Spanish.
Absolutely.
Obviously, because y'all are speaking different languages, you can't communicate.
And that's what causes the friction.
That's what causes the friction, exactly, cuz. But bigger than that is once you learn to love somebody in their love language, by the way. Don't love them.
Yeah.
Don't love
I
them in
get
your
it.
love
Yeah,
language.
I get
Love
it.
them in their love language.
That's right.
You'll be
100.
surprised at how the whole world opens up in a way that you can't even begin
Never
to
seen
imagine.
before. Yep.
And that's, to your point, what we're really facing and what we're up against is most of us don't understand that about ourselves.
Right.
So you got to really dig deep, do your homework. Like she said, become transparent. And here's the thing. Look, I get it. Most of us are in our own head. Do you know the worst scenarios that you painted are in your head? They have nothing to do with the real world at all.
AC, what's our saying around here? It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. And then what I got connected with, and those things that are not in your head, those things that are real, we're not connected to, like good credit,
That's right.
like
That's right.
you know,
We're detached from all
not
those things.
being
Right.
overweight,
That's right.
you know,
Obesity and
maxing out our credit
yeah,
cards.
yeah, yeah.
We not connected to that stuff.
Right.
But when you do get connected with that stuff, then everything else come together. Because to me, honestly, what I do, I have turned myself into the person that I want to be with. So you asking somebody to have
That's dope.
good credit, you asking somebody to not be overweight, you asking somebody to have all this stuff, and you ain't none of that,
Right.
sis.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
You're not a
You dope.
hypocrite.
You dope.
It's
You
it's
dope.
called
You dope.
hypocrisy.
You dope.
Don't ask. Yeah,
Roll
go for
nose,
it.
man. Roll nose.
So, but look, but if you
Ro
had 3
definitely
months to
knows.
get that stuff together. You was in the house 3 months.
Some people have had longer, and that's why I really
BBPTV.
stress
Yeah.
people have to be honest
inside
with
networks.
themselves. Look, if you didn't take this time to look yourself in the mirror,
Yes.
I'm not talking about your kids. I'm not talking about your significant
Be
other,
your own worst
your
critic.
parents.
Yeah.
That's right.
Look yourself in the mirror and really take stock of every single solitary thing. You again have wasted 2 years.
You wasted.
I need y'all to know that. You wasted 2 years. And again, first off, you can't get those 2 years back. But here's what you also did. You put yourself to what Ro just said, super behind the 8 ball. Because what's happening now is so many of us who are single, for those who are single out there, as she just stated, I can't find this and I can't find that. First off, you're talking yourself out of things. Let's start there.
That's a fact.
Y'all have to do a better job of
Pitch.
the things that you say to yourself
That's a fact.
and what you think. Those are your 2 most powerful tools, bar anything else. Your skill set is one thing, but your mouth and your brain and what you put into the universe has way more effect on what your life turns out to be
Absolutely.
than anything else you could possibly do. But you got to know and understand that.
Right.
And for a good portion of us, again, something that's not self-taught and it's something that we don't even talk about because everything is taboo for us. Well, we don't talk about that. Why don't we talk
because
about
they,
it?
they like to they like to spark and torture us and keep us, like you said, in that space of being frightened and being scared and all of that. But you know, time is of essence. I like y'all the things that you're talking about, and we definitely got to continue on the show. You definitely got to be a return pop-up guest.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Because I want,
yeah,
I want to know
definitely,
how.
man. And with that being said, I want you to leave some of your
Rob.
handles where they can follow you at, and leave some of your addresses, your IG, your Instagram, your websites, or whatever you have, so that people can follow you. And
Okay.
stay in touch with
So
you.
on Instagram, I'm Rochelle H. Mosley.
Okay.
On Facebook, I am Rochelle H. Mosley. On all handles, I'm Rochelle H. Mosley.
Dope.
It makes everything easier.
Right. That's
That's a
dope.
fact, yo.
And Cuzzo.
On Instagram, I am Rocksealy, AROCKSEALY. And on Facebook, I'm Amir Sealy. And on Twitter, I'm Amir Sealy.
And with that being said, each and every Thursday we here at BBPTV, Feel Good Thursdays, Chief Chef
Yeah.
King DJ Sugar Free, aka who?
Chef Cheesy. I know I
BX
be in
Live
the
is the
kitchen
network. Can I get
cooking
just
up.
one more before we bring on our? It could have been Wizzers is up next, y'all. Word up.